Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out. And on today's episode, we're going to be jumping back into the Mustang again here, and we're going to be replacing the door locks on the Mustang. So stick around if you'd like to see how we do it. All right, guys. So here is the new locks that we just picked up for the Mustang. These I just ordered these on Amazon. They came with it comes with 2 door locks and also an ignition right here for the Mustang. All 3 of those are keyed to the same right there. And then it's also going to include these little gaskets right here to put on the outside underneath the locks right here, as well as what holds these locks into the doors is these little clips right here. So those will go on the inside of the door. Now, one thing that you guys should be aware of is on these door locks, they have this hole right here, and it's supposed to use, it's going to have a plastic, kind of like a grommet that goes into there, and then it's going to have a metal clip that clips onto your lock rod right here on the inside of the door. You would think that those would come with this, but it does not. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be replacing your locks on your doors on your 66 Mustang right here, is you will need to purchase these separately. So these are the parts though, and yeah, let's go on ahead and we'll dive into it here. Alright, so first things first is I'm going to take this gasket and I'm going to put it on the lock right here before we put it in the door. So we're just going to take this and slide it on over. And it looks like there's a cutout right here, so just kind of match everything up right here. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. So we will go on ahead and we will get that installed now. And then we're also going to have these clips that I had mentioned. And this I'm going to wait to put on until we get it in the door, but from my understanding it's just going to kind of go in here like so and press in. But I want to get it in the door, make sure I'm putting it in right, make sure it doesn't go this way. So we'll get in the car here, we'll get this on, and then we'll take a look at the inside and see what we need to do. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is with this lock right here, we got the gasket installed on it. From my understanding, this little tab right here is going to go this way. It's going to go to the right on the car right here on the passenger side. So we'll just kind of slip that into the hole right there first, and then we'll go on ahead and slide the cylinder into there, and then we'll go onto the inside and we'll get it secured with that clamp. Alright guys, so this is the lock that we just got installed outside right here. So now we're going to want to go on ahead and put this this clip in right here. So from my understanding, this just slides in kind of behind the lock. There's a little groove for it to slide into, and then you just kind of tap it into there and it'll click into place here. So let's try that here. Alright guys, so I don't know if you can see that right here, but we do have the clip installed up here now, so that it is holding the lock in, and you can see when I turn the key on the outside right here, it lowers it and raises it, so that should be it right there. Now there should be a second rod that attaches to this right here that comes down and attaches down here, but it looks like I'm missing that rod. So I'm going to have to order that rod for this side, so we'll pick back up on that one once I get that. And now we'll move over to the driver's side. Alright guys, so here's the driver's side door. As you can see, it does have the lock in it, but again, when you change one, you're going to have to change both locks as well as the ignition, because those are all the same key. So we're going to go ahead and get this one out, and we'll get the new one installed. Alright guys, so here is on the inside of the driver's side one. So you can see there's a rod right here in the back, and then there's a little rod up in the front, and it pivots off of this attachment point down here. So when you raise and lower the lock, it actuates it right there. So that's what's missing on the other side. Again, I'm gonna have to order that for the passenger side, but for this one, we're gonna go ahead and pop off this clip up in here, and we'll get the old key cylinder out of there and get the new one installed. All right, so we got our rod out of the key lock right here, out of the cylinder, the key cylinder right here. So now we're going to pop off this little clip right here, and then we should be able to pop out the old lock. Alright guys, so these clips can be a little bit stubborn right here. I just took a little while trying to get this one on here. What I found what worked pretty good is a pair of channel locks like this right here. And I got on one side of this clip right here and the other side just on the back of the cylinder, of the lock cylinder. And then if you just try and squeeze it, it's gonna try and twist this, it's gonna try and twist this right here. So what I did is I got it a little bit on there and applied a tiny bit of pressure and kind of twisted and clamped at the same time, and that worked for me to get it on there. So if you run into that issue, that's how I solved mine right here. So now that we got that, what we can do is we can go on ahead and we can get the this new part attached right here, and then we can get our door lock working here. So we'll go ahead and take this new piece right here and we'll get it onto the new lock, and then we can clip it onto this rod here. Alright, so we got this new little clip in here through the lock, and now we can get our rod. It should just push into that, it should just push on into the hole on the plastic clip, and then there's a metal piece that secures this rod here. There we go. Alright you guys, so here, I don't know how well you were able to see that when I was doing it, but right in here is where that little clip goes, and it connects onto this front rod right here. And then now when I use the key on the outside, you can see it kind of pulls it up and pushes it down and pulls it up and pushes it down. So that should be it for this side. So yeah, that is it. Alright, so that's going to be it for the driver's side. As you can see, it locks it and unlocks it, no problems. So this side is good. We just got to order that rod for the other side right there, and then we can jump into the ignition switch next. Alright guys, so hope you enjoyed the video. That's going to be the end of part 1 of replacing our door locks on our 66 Mustang. Next week we'll pick back up and we'll continue getting the passenger side fixed, and then we will also go on ahead and get the ignition switch installed. So stick around if you'd like to see how we do it.